Chapter 8 of On the Tree Top. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Deb K. On the Tree Top by Clara Doty Bates. Silverlocks and the Bears. Silverlocks was a little girl, lovely and good. She strayed out one day and got lost in the wood, and was lonely and sad, till she came where there stood the house which belonged to the Bears. She pulled the latch string, and the door opened wide. She peeped softly first, and at last stepped inside. So tired her little feet were that she cried, and so hungry she sobbed to herself. She did not know whether to stay or to go, but there were 3 chairs standing all in a row, and there were 3 bowls full of milk white as snow, and there were 3 beds by the wall. But the Father Bear's chair was too hard to sit in it, and the Mother Bear's chair was too hard to sit in it. But the Baby Bear's chair was so soft in a minute she had broken it all into pieces. And the Father Bear's milk was too sour to drink, and the Mother Bear's milk was too sour to drink. But the Baby Bear's milk was so sweet, only think, when she tasted she drank it all up. And the Father Bear's bed was as hard as stone, and the Mother Bear's bed was as hard as stone. But the Baby Bear's bed was so soft she lay down, and before she could wink was asleep. By and by came the scratch of old Father Bear's claw, and the fumbling knock of old Mother Bear's paw, and the latch string flew up, and the Baby Bear saw that a stranger had surely been there. Then Father Bear cried, "Who's been sitting in my chair?" And Mother Bear cried, "Who's been sitting in my chair?" And Baby Bear smiled, "Who's been sitting in my chair, and broken it all into pieces?" Then Father Bear growled, "Who's been tasting of my milk?" And Mother Bear growled, "Who's been tasting of my milk?" And Baby Bear wondered, "Who's tasted of my milk, and tasting has drank it all up?" And Father Bear roared, "Who's been lying in my bed?" And Mother Bear roared, "Who's been lying in my bed?" And Baby Bear laughed, "Who's been lying in my bed? Oh, here she is, fast asleep." The savage old Father Bear cried, "Let us eat her." The savage old Mother Bear cried, "Let us eat her." But the Baby Bear said, "Nothing ever was sweeter. Let's kiss her and send her home." End of Silverlocks and the Bears. Recording by Deb K.